Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Cushing Gymnasium at Wilmington High School for today's girls volleyball game. The Wilmington Wildcats take on Burlington Red Devils today. They're coming off of a loss to Burlington last week. It looks like the starting lineup. We've got Wilmington on the court.
Wilmington High School for today's volleyball game between the Burlington Red Devils and the Wilmington Wildcats. Now starting lineup for Burlington. Number 4, Kira Riley. Number 7, Shannon Joyce. Number 8, Molly Murphy. Number 10, Samantha Mira. Number 13, Nicole Pellegrino. Number 14, Chloe Arudo. And number 12, Elizabeth Gillespie playing as libero. The head coach for Burlington High School is Lindsay Seaman. Now starting lineup for Wilmington. Number 10, Nia Vestal. Number 16, Maddie McCarran. Number 3, Christina Bedniak. Number 12, Lauren Hutchison. Number 13, Sarah Lavita. Number 20, Haley Wilson. And number 11, Alyssa Prisha playing as libero. The head coach of Wilmington is Lauren Donahue. Good luck to both teams.
The game's about to start. We just had the announcement of the rosters. Both teams have their players out. Looks like Burlington's going to start with a serve. Serving for Burlington is number 7, Shannon Joyce. So it goes bumped by Vestal and missed by Fitcher. Burlington now leading 1-0. Served in, bumped by Vestal. Hit again, and sent over. And Burlington just tips it over, going into Wilmington's zone. Joyce hitting it in again for Burlington. McCarran hitting a great shot, but getting hit back right at Wilmington. Burlington serving it again. Hit in, hit by Fruccia. Sent over by Hutchison. Bumped in, oh wow, nice save. Hit over, great shot. Making the score 1-3. Burlington leading up by 2. But the game does move fast, and that score can turn around really quickly. Fedniak hitting it in. Great serve. Bumped in. Up by McCarran. Oh, and a good spike by Burlington. Wilmington figuring out their next move in the huddle. Currently 1-4. This time serving in for Burlington is number 10, Samantha Mira. Vesta hits it in. And it looks like that was a offside. She must have stepped out there. Mira heading it in again. Hit by Fruccia. Good action here, and spiked over, just missed by McCown. served into the net by number 10. Wilmington is now down just 4 points. Can turn around really quickly. It's still 2-6. Fruccia hitting it in for Wilmington, and we have a substitution in is now Levita and O'Mahony. Subbed out are McCarron and looks like Hutchison. Fruccia hits it in. Bumped up by 12 and missed by number 7. This is a great serve there by number 11, Alyssa Fruccia, a junior at Wilmington High School. Good serve once again, and that's out. Now 3-7. Burlington leads. Number 13, Nicole Pellegrino serves it in. And another point for Burlington. Pellegrino serving it in again. A deep serve that goes a little too far. Fruccia making the right decision to avoid hitting that. Now serving for Wilmington is Mia Vestal, serves it in. And that's out from Burlington once again. Now looking at 5-8, Wilmington rapidly closing the gap between the two teams' scores. Vestal serving in once again. Ooh, number 4. Kira Riley running right into the net. Now 6-8. Burlington leads. Wilmington's now scored, I believe, 3 or 4 in a row. So they seem to be getting into their groove. Vestal hitting in once again. Bumped by number 10 to 7. 8 hits it over. Bumped by O'Mahony. And Fedniak with a great hit over the net. Both teams going continually back and forth. And that was in. Looks like it could have been close. But I think the back players for Wilmington had to make the split-second decision if they wanted to let that go or not. Kira Riley serving in for Burlington. Is it right to Christina Fedniak? Now the score is 6-10. Burlington leads. Fedniak hits it up. Vestal. And just out. Riley hitting it in once again. Fedniak bumps. Vestal hits it over. And number 8, Molly Murphy hits it into the net, giving Wilmington another point and helping to close that gap a little bit more. Score is now 11-7. Burlington, O'Mahony hitting it in for Wilmington. And it's a win, unfortunately. O'Mahony subbed out for Hutchison. Number 8, Molly Murphy hits it in. Fruccia dives for it, but hits it a little too low. Murphy hitting it in again. Right over to Fruccia, hits a solid bump. To Vestal, to Fedniak, into the net, unfortunately. Score is now 14-7 Burlington. And Wilmington is in a timeout. But this game in general has been moving pretty quickly. I think that both teams have been having some decent serves. They've both had their fair share of serves into the net as well, but I think a lot of at least what I'm seeing, is some great serves from both teams. It seems to be a pretty diverse skill group, so most of the players at least are hitting in a lot of the time, and I think that Wilmington, once they get into their groove, they'll be cruising along here. Both teams coming back on. Number 8, Molly Murphy serving in. Hutchison dives for it. Fruccia hits it in and not over, unfortunately. It was a tough hit, though. Murphy hitting it once again for Wilmington. Serves a deep serve, bringing the score to 15-8 Burlington. Wilmington, trailing by 7. Sarah Levita hitting it for Wilmington. Serves deep, bringing the score back to an 8-point difference. Levita subbed out for Haley Wilson, who takes a bump to Vestal. Fenyak with a great hit. Solid recovery by Burlington. To Fruccia. Vestal. Fenyak hits it over again. Almost a great save by Haley Wilson. Some great plays from both teams here. Now serving in for Burlington is number 14, Chloe Budo. Unable to make the connection over the net. Score is still an 8-point difference. Wilson with a great serve. Into with the save, but a little confusion up at the net. And Wilmington is unable to make use of it. Shannon Joyce serves in for Burlington. Fruccia with a good save to Vestal. To Wilson, excuse me. Fruccia making some great saves today from the back. And the ball goes into the net, making the score difference 10 points. Still, Wilmington's got plenty of room to come back here. Joyce hitting it again. To Hutchison, Fruccia. McCarron with a backward bump over. And a great play by Maddie McCarron up in the net. Maddie McCarron, a sophomore this year, but definitely plays like a senior. Some great talent across all grades on this team here in Wilmington. Fenyak serving it in. And Burlington hits the ball out. Bridging the gap a little bit more here. Score is only an 8-point difference now. Fenyak hitting it in again. The rocket. Karen with a great play. 13. Nicole Pellegrino hits it over the net. To Hutchison, unfortunately, into the net. And it looks like we are at a 9-point difference now. Samantha Mira hitting it over. A great save by both Frugia and McCarran. And a good block at the net by number 13, Nicole Pellegrino. Now being served in by Samantha Mira. Fedniak takes it to Wilson. Hutchison with a great hit over the net. Wow, and that was in. A great shot there. Still a 9-point gap in score here. And it looks like we do have some substitutions in. We have Hutchison and McCarran out for O'Mahony and Levita. Both going up to the net. Frugia hitting it in. And Fedniak just into the net. Both teams have been playing fairly solid today. And despite the big score gap, I think Wilmington definitely still has an opportunity here to come back. Despite a great serve in from Burlington, the Wildcats unable to take it. Nicole Pellegrino hitting him once again. Taken by Frugia. Wilson. Fedniak hits it over. Wow, a great save up in the net by O'Mahony and Wilson. Wilson takes it to Frugia. O'Mahony hits it over and out. But what a great play up at the net there. And that's out. Vestal now hitting it in. Both teams taking a second to think here. Take a second to breathe. Certainly one thing that's been difficult on all student athletes this year with COVID rules has certainly been, having to wear the masks, and it's just so difficult. First period ends. But yeah, it's just been tough for Wilmington, and I'm seeing, I've done a lot of hockey, and it seems like a lot of the student athletes who were playing, are definitely tired. So brings us to the end of the first period. We'll be right back after these short messages.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Welcome back to second period action here at Cushing Gymnasium. Wildcats Took a hard loss in the first period. But second period brings new life, new opportunity, and some more action for everybody watching at home. Vestal hits it in. And number 13, Pellegrino, hits it into the net for Burlington. Wilmington now leads 1-0, a great start. Although, as we've seen, leads can fade quickly, and gaps can close just as quickly. Vestal hits it in once again. And Fritchie is unfortunately unable to connect with the ball there. Number 7, Shannon Joyce, hitting it in for Burlington. Taken by Fritchie. Hit over by Wilson. And hit out by Burlington. Score now 2-1. Fedniak hitting it in now. Great hit. And missed by Pellegrino at the net. Fedniak hitting it in once again. Fedniak hits it in. And Wilmington gets another point. I'd like to clarify, I think I called a period because I'm looking at the scoreboard here. Volleyball is not my top watched sport, but I do enjoy watching, so hopefully my terminology will get a bit better as I do some more games. Fedniak takes it back. Hits it over. Deep to number 12, Elizabeth Gillespie. Lucia hitting it, and O'Mahony into the net. Samantha Mira hitting it in for Burlington. Serves it over right to Frucci. Olsen hits it almost just out of bounds. Now we're looking at a score of 6-2, Wilmington. Hopefully they can take home the second set here. Frucci serving. And Burlington unable to hit the ball. Wilmington now with a 5-point lead. And there is a timeout for Burlington. Frucci hits it in. Hit into the net by Burlington. Wilmington now with a 6-point lead, 8-2. Furcio with a great hit in. And a good recovery as well. O'Mahony hits it over. And just bopped over by number 8, Molly Murphy for Burlington. Bridging the gap a little bit and bringing the score to 8-3. Pellegrino hits it in to Wilson. Fitcher with a good hit over. And it looks like Vestal touched it before it went out, but I think I must have seen wrong. Wilson now hitting it in. The rocket. Burlington's somehow able to recover. Wilmington pulling ahead here. Been ahead the whole set, really, but looks like some confusion on Burlington's side. But that can certainly happen when you've got 6 players on making calls. Furcio with a good save. Vestal. Burlington hits it deep and barely in. Just in. Certainly a close one. Fedniak recovering the ball. Sending it over to number 4, Kiara Riley. To serve in. To Wilson. Karen hits a high one over. And 8, Molly Murphy sends it into the net. Wilmington certainly taking the lead on this set here, 12-4. Looks like Hutchison's going to be serving. Burlington hits it out. Score is now 13-14. The middle of the second set. First set was lost to Burlington. Great serve in by Lauren Hutchison, a junior at Wilmington High. And Wilmington gets it over and hit in the ground. Now with a 10-point lead for Wilmington, similarly to what we saw the opposite way in the first set. An oversave by Fedniak to Wilson. Hit over and out. It's close. Score's now 14-5. Wilmington's still leading. Serving in for Burlington is number 8, Molly Murphy. She's been having consistently solid serves, but apparently not that one. Bringing the score gap back to 10 points. Wilmington just looking for another 10 to take home the set. Karen with a great serve in. And wow, what a save from back there. 14. Chloe Abudo serving in. Fenya takes it and hits it over and just barely out. However, it looks like Burlington touched it before it did, and that makes the points go up for Wilmington once again. Looks like we had another substitution with Levita in now, and I think that was the only substitution. Unless I'm mistaken, I think Levita is now in for McCarran. Vestal serving in. Just tipped over. Wilson with a great bump over. But number 10, Samantha Mira for Burlington is able to hit it over and get another point. Shannon Joyce hits in for Wilmington. Right into the fist of Lauren Hutchison, who hits the ground and hits the ball out, unfortunately. Wilmington still with a solid lead. Fedniak with a great hit. Looks like it might have been going out, but Ball put it back. But ultimately, Burlington does score the point there. Vestal up at the net. Wilson gets it over and out. I will say, the thing about volleyball is that I've been watching and filming Wilmington sports for a very long time. And out of all the sports that I continually film and watch, consistently, volleyball seems to be the teams that are having the most fun visibly. Even when they hit it out, they're all smiling, they're all having a good time. And I mean, even at the end of that last set, they took a pretty hard loss, and they're still walking off smiling. So that's one thing I very much admire about volleyball. And I got a lot of respect for the sport, and a lot of respect for the student athletes here at Wilmington High School, who are in the lead right now, 5 points up, 17-12. After losing the first set to Burlington. Hopefully they can take home the second and even the playing field a little bit more. Both teams seem to be getting into their groove a little bit more here. Now number 7, Shannon Joyce hitting in for Burlington. To Fruccia. Vestal hits it over. Oh, and saves the net by Fednia. Fruccia hits it back. And a great hit by Burlington. That would have been very difficult to save. Unfortunately, the gap at this point has changed to just 3 points, separating the two teams. Wilson with a great hit over. And looks like there was a little bit of confusion on Burlington's side, and someone got there a little late hitting into the net. Wilmington now with a 4-point lead. Obviously hoping to get 25 over 2. Fedniak with a great hit. She's been hitting rockets all game. Burlington hitting it out, bridging that gap, or I guess making the gap wider. Bridging the gap is quite the interesting phrase, and I don't even know if I know what it means entirely. But we got, what I do know is that Fedniak is hitting it in with yet another rocket. Number 12, Elizabeth Gillespie, hitting it out of bounds. Making the score 20-14, Wilmington. Fedniak hitting it in once again. Hoping to see another rocket that she's been hitting all game. And see it we do. Followed up by a great save, but unfortunately, Burlington does get a good spike. Recovered off the net by Burlington. Frucia hits it up. And over by Vestal. Once again, hit Frucia. Sends it over. I was hoping that the back play for... Oh. I didn't really see what happened there. Mira hitting it in for Burlington. Gets it over to Fedniak, to Frucia. Wilmington, of course, keeping that positive energy as they are 3 points up. Number 10 hitting it in once again for Burlington. And getting another point. Now the score gap is only 1 point here. And into the net for Burlington. Frucia hits it in. Vestal to Fedniak, who hits a great shot over. And just hit out by Burlington. Frucia hitting it in for Wilmington now. Great serve over. And it looks like they were almost going to get that, but Burlington does score. Still, Wilmington has a 2-point lead. If my understanding of the game is correct, I think you need to get to 25 with a 2-point lead to win the set. Frucia hits it over. Great save up at the net by Maddie McCarron. Burlington getting another point. I'm very close here. And there is a timeout here. So we got a 1-point difference. It's really anybody's set at this point. I mean, I can certainly see Wilmington having a solid 3 in a row, getting those points and able to take it home, but who knows? Today on the camera crew, we got our intern crew going on. Me casting, I'm Hayden Kane. With me is my fantastic cameraman and partner in crime at WCTV, Nick Toth. And shouting us today is Zach Weinstein, who is a junior at Wilmington High School and also an intern at WCTV. It's always great to get the intern crew out. Just like it would be great to see Wilmington take home this set, but we'll have to see, especially since Nicole Pellegrino is serving it in. She's been having pretty good serves this game. Karen bumps it up to Vestal, who hits it over. O'Mahony saves it. Fruccia hits it over. Oh, and a save by Wilson. Almost. Oh, Fruccia and McCarran almost colliding. That's not McCarran. That is Fedniak. Almost colliding on the ground. Definitely a high-intensity game here. Some great action here at Cushing Gymnasium. But we hopefully we'll see Wilmington pull ahead here. 22-22 score in the second set. Fantastic, fantastic deep court play. Fruccia popping it up there. Vestal to Wilson. Or Megan O'Mahony, excuse me. Wilmington scoring another. 2 more points for Wilmington. Obviously, got to get it by 2. But hopefully, they'll be able to pull it out here. Wilson with a great serve. Popped up by Fedniak to Wilson to O'Mahony. Just hits it. Oh, no, no. Tie game once again. All either team's got to do is get 2 in a row. Although with the way this has been going, it seems like we could have quite the drawn-out set here. Just missed the 3 there. Burlington gets this here, I believe they take the set. To Wilson. To Fedniak. Just into the net. And I believe that is the set. Yes. With Burlington taking the second set. But yeah, it's just been pretty, it was pretty close in that second set. Both teams certainly playing their hearts out. But it'll be interesting to see what we see here in this third set. But we will be right back after these short messages.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving, the ultimate party foul.
Welcome back to third set action here at Cushing Gymnasium at Wilmington High School. There's a very close second set there. Burlington, unfortunately, able to pull ahead. But Wilmington still seems to be in high spirits going into the third set here. Taking the court is number 20, Haley Wilson. We have Christina Fedniak, Maddie McCarran, Naomi Leon. We have Sarah Levita and Lauren Hutcherson, along with Alyssa Fruccia, who's been on the court throughout the game. Fritchie takes it. Bumped up by Leon. Flipping again to Hutchison. Just hitting it over, bumped up. McCarron with the hit, just out. Naomi Leon taking the court for the first time this game is a senior at Wilmington High School, personally a good friend of mine, and also a great volleyball player, if it isn't evident. Fritchie hitting a great shot over. Locked up in the net. It looks like it was so close to either side. I didn't know if it was going on the Burlington side or Wilmington side, making it very difficult for Christina Fedniak to save that. Wilson hits it over. We've got Fedniak with a great shot. Fantastic shot there. Throughout this whole game, through serves and through returns and just hits in general, she has been hitting very powerfully. And that continues with her newest serve here. Frugia, who hits it out of bounds. Going to 1-3. Burlington leads. Clearly, what happened last set can happen again, just for Wilmington this time, even if they are behind in the midpoint of the set. Bumped up. Number 4 for Burlington, Gabrielle Millard, I think. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. I think it's Millard. Hits it into the net. Wilmington hits it out. McCarron now being subbed out for Levita. O'Mahony also coming in for Hutchison. Good action on Wilmington's side. Burlington scoring yet another point. Scores now 2-5, Burlington. I'd really like to see Wilmington pull out a win here in this set. O'Mahony hits it over. And bumps it again. And looks like a good recovery from Wilmington. That was a tough hit there. Fedniak to Wilson. It goes into the net. And another point for Burlington. Two-line to Frigia to Wilson. And into the net on Burlington's side. Another point for Wilmington, bridging the gap now to only 3 points. I think I figured out bridging the gap means making the points gap smaller. Yeah. Naomi Leon heading it in for Wilmington. Great serve. And looks like she's getting some more action with that ball there. Hits it with Sarah Levita over the net. And Burlington hits it out, making the point gap only 2 points. Wilmington certainly wants to take that momentum that they've got and continue running with it. It's another great serve. Remember Furcia hitting the ground, just missing that ball. Although close. Second and third set have definitely been very interesting and entertaining. A little closer than the first. And that's another point for Burlington. And it looks like Mia Vessel's back in. And Naomi Leyland taking the bench. But not before getting several great serves in. And a great point for Wilmington. I feel like it's constant back and forth points and makes it a very entertaining game. One of the reasons that I love volleyball. Now Megan O'Mahony serving in. She's got a powerful serve as well. And a great serve deep. Number 10 sent the ball far past the outline. And 12 was unable to hit. That would have been a really far hit. And running with that momentum, O'Mahony's hitting it in again with another solid serve. Spike at the net. Brings to Furcia. It's Vessel to Fedniak, and that is in. What a great shot by Christina Fedniak. Another senior at Wilmington High School. Continuing to serve. And Burlington just unable to connect with it. Now we have a tied game, 8-8. Third set action here at Wilmington High School. Never a dull moment. And O'Mahony's I think her first, if not, she's had very few out serves this game. I think that might have been her first. And now subbing out for Lauren Hutchison, who takes a serve. Navita sends it back. And into the net. Another point for Burlington, unfortunately. Wait, there seems to be some, I don't think Wilmington liked that call very much, based on their apparent response. Wilson. And another great play up at the net by Wilson and Hutchison. Vestal takes it, hands it off to Wilson. Wellington hits it deep and out. Point gap is now just a single point. Middle of the third set. Levita being subbed out for McCarran. And another out hit for Burlington. Now making this a tie game. Or not? Maybe I misunderstood that call. I must have misunderstood that, but I thought it would have been 10-10 there, but apparently now it is 9-11 Burlington, as they just scored once again. Furcia taking the serve. Sends it over to Fedniak, who hits another rocket. And straight to Burlington, who hits it out. Now the score is 10-11. great action here in the second and third sets today. Like I said, never a dull moment. Wilson hits it in. And another out hit. Wilmington. I think what Wilmington wants to do here is capitalize on those opportunities where Burlington is all bunched up and they might have a miscommunication. Because if everybody thinks someone else is going to hit the ball, it's just going to drop. Wilson, unfortunately, hitting it into the net. Although she's been having a very great game today. Hutchison hits it over. And takes it once again with Wilson and Fedniak, who hits it right into the middle. And a great point. Now, finally, we have a tied game once again for the set. Fedniak serving in. Another fantastic serve. Followed up by a great hit to Wilson. That's still hitting it into the net. Still an extremely close game here. All right, close set, excuse me. McCarron with a nice hit. And, oh, playing close up at the net. And she tips it down, shutting down a hit by what looked like number 10 for Burlington. McCarron now serving in. And Burlington hits it over. Still an extremely close game, 13-14, Burlington leads. Vesta takes the return, or the serve, excuse me. And score now is 13-15, Burlington. Vesta taking the serve, unfortunately unable to hit it back up. Good action up in the net. Nice hit there by O'Mahony. Wilmington getting another point, bridging that gap. 14-16. Burlington leads. Frucci with a nice bump there. And number 8 for Burlington hits it into the net, bringing the score gap to just a single point once again. Great action, edge of your seat game here today at Christian Gymnasium. Looks like there seems to be a violation of some kind there. Looks like that was in fact Burlington's point. And they will serve. But luckily for Wilmington, they got the point anyways. 15-17 now. 2-point gap. With Megan O'Mahony serving it in. It's a nice serve. Number 8 hitting a deep one. Just close, but in. So no cigar for Wilmington. It's very close play. It's almost like trying to judge a line call in tennis, which is my sport of choice. It's always difficult when you think something's going out if you want to leave it and let it go out, or if you want to risk hitting it and potentially not capitalizing on a bad hit from the other team. But there doesn't seem to be any bad hits today on the Wilmington High side. Solid hit from Fedniak, sending it over. And it looks like McCarron's coming in for Fruccia, as well as it looks like Megan O'Mahony is out for Sarah Levita. And a great combination hit. That whole sequence as a whole, especially with Levita and Fedniak's teamwork there, was fantastic. And that was absolutely what resulted in that point there for Wilmington. And once again, some confusion on Burlington's side. Wilmington able to capitalize and take home another point. And this needs to be a timeout. But yeah, like I said before, I think what Wilmington has to do is they have to hit it into a position where they can get the confusion. If there's a missed call, you know, everybody's calling, I got it. That can result in some confusion and ultimately could result in nobody going for the ball or just a miss hit in general. Such a close game here. Set. I'll get better. This is my first time calling volleyball, but I promise by the end of the season I won't be saying game. I'll be saying set. But speaking of set, this one could be over soon in either Burlington or Wilmington's favor, with Sarah Levita hitting it in. Good serve. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't really know what that call was. It looked like a pretty good sequence from Wilmington. I guess my best guess is that it was one of them stepped out on Wilmington's side. Although, I don't even know if that's a violation, so I could be wrong. Alyssa Fruccia rolling her eyes at that play, but still in high spirits. Burlington serving it in, now with a 2-point lead. Fruccia with a nice hit over. And Wilmington taking that point there. Substitution on Burlington's side, number 12 coming back in. Haley Wilson now heading in for Wilmington. Solid serve. Fedniak with a nice hit. And that was tough for Wilmington. But certainly a great effort. As we've been seeing this whole game, I don't think there's been a single moment in this game where Wilmington missed a point because of not putting in the effort. And if they lose today, it's certainly not going to be from lack of trying. Certainly not going to be from lack of trying, yes. Fedniak with a nice hit over there. Fruccia bumping it up to Wilson, to McCarron, who sends it over and just out. Score's now 19-22. Burlington leads in this third set here. And once again, now the score is 23-19. I'm confident Wilmington can still pull it out here and pull a win here out of the set, but it certainly looks like a tough position to be in. And that's 24. Number 7 serving in for Burlington. Fruccia takes it to Wilson. Fedniak. To McCarron, just out, so close. And that's the game. But yeah, I mean, overall great action here in Wilmington. But yeah, it was close. Unfortunately, Wilmington not able to pull out a win, taking another loss to Burlington. But great energy, great optimism. I mean, that's the one thing I really admire, especially about volleyball, is the optimism. And especially Wilmington, it really exudes optimism as a whole. But overall, this is a great game. Great match to watch. But I believe that myself, as well as my cameraman Nick Toth, we're going to be doing a bunch of these games, so hopefully my terminology will get better, but I'm looking forward to it. I'd also like to thank our intern Zach Weinstein for shadowing us today, and you've been watching WCTV, and we'll see you next time.